Good morning. Whew, good morning. It's happy Saturday. It has been a week and I am actually feeling about 85% better. I just started coughing again this morning, but I feel good. I feel my energy is coming back. Good morning, Just Beto. Good morning, Gamecock Jenny. I'm getting ready to take my flight. I'll be out. I don't know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow morning. It just depends. So, Freedom, good morning. How are you, my baby? It's nice to see you. Knitting with Amanda Panda, good morning. And I'm sniffing, guys. I'm not snorting anything. Um, I'm just getting over a really bad. At first, I had a stomach virus, and then it decides, well, let's just do it all at one time. Let's just do the sinus infection as well. Good morning, JL. Long time no see. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Tina. I hope your wrist is doing better. Good morning. Snuggle Bunny, good morning. Terry, good morning. Ooh, 50% better. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Oh my God. So last night I went into bombs. On the weekends I cult. You know, I belong to Abomination, the cult, on the weekends. Good morning, Grass Toucher. And well, I catch your lives during the week sometimes too. Then I always fall asleep. But I was culting last night. I took a nap, and I had. Let me tell you what I cooked yesterday. First of all, I did a T-bone steak. I did lobster tails, and I did grilled shrimp, and I had a salad. I ate half of my steak, was watching TV, went to sleep, woke up, finished the other half of my steak, made another salad, and then I couldn't sleep. I was up all night looking at IG and posting shit because there was nobody on that was doing a live last night. I almost went live last night, but I just didn't feel like it. But there was no lives last night for me to listen to. Crystal 5454. Good morning, sweetie. Good morning, Grass Toucher. Good morning, Breezy. Breezy says she's at the grocery store, so she can't tag anyone, but good morning. So I was posting all kind of shit last night. So then I came across, well, first of all, let me finish talking about Bomb. So I was in Bombs, and then she went off, and she was talking about this other content creator that was on her panel eating bugs. That was the most disgusting shit. Good morning, Jesse Roth. Good morning. Good morning, Chantel Gucci. Good morning. And guys, please hit that like button. If you like to donate to the channel, please do. I never say that. I just have to get into practice. But if you want to donate to the channel, you can. Please hit that like button. That's another way to support, and I really appreciate that. She was actually on panel eating bugs. She said it's a bug challenge. Has anyone heard of a bug challenge? Because I haven't heard. And they were real bugs. She ordered them from Amazon. I said, people do anything for fucking attention. I'm not going to sit here and eat a goddamn bug. Shit, I even said if she was hungry, I'd send her some damn food. And then she was showing you the damn bugs. She said it was 4 or 5 bugs that came in that little pack. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. You dropping a new clip? Hi, my son. How are you? How are you? Hi, Tex-Mex girl. I am serious. This motherfucker's up there eating bugs. And then she was gagging, and she told me she had a trash can. She hadn't eaten anything all day. Hi, Celia. I wasn't going to say her name, but yes, that's who it was. You're doing a charity stream? Chantel Gucci, can somebody drop Chantel Gucci's link, please? Oh my God. I was just like, okay, a bug. Now I eat crawfish. They call those bugs. I eat snails, but you go to the restaurant, it's escargot. And then my dad used to make it for us too. I'll be damned if I'm ordering bugs from Amazon. I order Red Hots from Amazon. I order Community Coffee from Amazon. I order Blue Plate mayonnaise from Amazon. I order what else do I order? I order Camellia beans from Amazon, but I'm not ordering no damn bugs. You do eat crawling creatures. Yeah, oh, that's right. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my. And she showed them. I was like, and then she said she had a big one. It looked like did she say a spider? Or did she say grasshopper? Grasshopper. Thank you. You feed bugs to a frog. I'm not. No. And then I hear that everybody has now created accounts on Rumble. I've had my account on Rumble for a while. Matter of fact, I think I have two. I don't know which one I uploaded stuff on, but I have not did anything on my Rumble channel. So Bomb said that she's going to be going to Kick as well. Good morning, Dorit, sweetie. Good morning. But they said that some bugs are good for your metabolism. I'm like, really? Okay. My metabolism is going to stay out of balance then. But I'm not eating no goddamn bugs for some clicks and views. I'm sorry. Good morning, Melinda. Sort of like a Dorito. You feed bugs to your bearded. They're high in protein. Okay. But she said that they had a smell to them and you had to just air them out. I'm like, really? Just Beetle, I hear you flying around getting into all kinds of trouble. Just Beetle, why are you getting into trouble, Just Beetle? So I really want to know what happened because I but I was kind of bored yesterday at work. I wasn't bored. I just needed some background noise. And I saw that Suge had did a live. And Maureen, which is a friend of Angel's, I like her. She said that Just Beetle accused her of supporting the bee or whatever. She said she doesn't know who the hell that is. She just wanted proof of something. Well, I use worms to go fishing. I'm not going to fucking eat them. I eat gummy worms. Good morning, Jody. Good morning. I'm just like, oh my God. What do you do with? I use worms to go fishing. I remember my grandfather used to have us go dig them up, but then you can actually buy them at the fishing place. You want to try a chocolate covered scorpion. Okay, are you going to do that on a live so we can see it? Yeah, gummy worms are the best. And the best gummy bears are the Heidi ones, okay? Those are the only ones I buy, which I can't seem to find those here. I'm going to have to look on Amazon and see if they have those too. Shit, I got to get everything off of Amazon. Oh, tequila worms are the best. Well, I only had that worm one time and I won't ever do that shit again. I did that worm in Mexico. Won't do that again. Well, we were in Tijuana. You have night crawlers. Oh, so yeah, you got to stay out of trouble, Just Beetle CI. Stay out of trouble. I'm looking for third shift Beetle. I'm trying to get all these Beetles because I need to see what shift am I working this weekend. I'm just like, shit. But Mia, you were hearing colors. So, guys, here's the good look. So, guys, fun fact, guys, fun fact. Okay, Carlee Russell was found guilty, which I'm confused about her being found guilty. I didn't even know she had a court date, but she was found guilty, and she was found guilty of false kidnapping. Because she kidnapped herself. Although Bozo the Clown was the one that kidnapped her after she saw the baby on the highway. So I was like, wait a minute. So we all remember the dumb bitch called 911. She said there was a toddler was on a highway in Alabama. Okay, she kidnapped her goddamn self. So she pled not guilty on, was it Wednesday or Thursday? But the judge said, no, bitch, you guilty. What's the judge? Judge Brad Bishop said, no, bitch, you guilty. You filed a false police report and you falsely reported an incident. Okay. So then he said, and on top of that, your ass gonna pay a fine. You're gonna pay a fine plus the court costs for each misdemeanor charge. And you're gonna pay, well, it all added up to like little over $18,000 in restitution and court costs and all this shit. So remember when she called it in, they got there, but remember she had stole toilet paper. She had a robe. She stopped and got food, but she left her car there, her cell phone, the wig, and her and her Apple Watch was in her purse. She was kidnapped by Bozo the motherfucking Clown and his sidekick, Chucky. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, but she says no, she just wanted some information. She says she doesn't even know who she is. And when I heard your name, good morning, mob rats. How are you, sweetie? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. M. Witt, good morning. Jojo, good morning. Iggy, good morning. Good morning. So I'm just like, this shit is crazy, but my girl said Bozo the Clown kidnapped her, put her in the truck trailer. He was accompanied by a woman, which we're gonna say Chucky or Penny, that weird thing that be dancing. And she could hear a baby crying. Now, here's my question. Again, the baby was walking on a highway. Nobody else saw the baby. So the toddler, she said baby, but she said the toddler was walking on the freeway. So, but she can hear a baby crying. And wait, everybody's looking for. Everybody's looking for. This bitch gonna show up at her mama and daddy's house, walking down the street, talking she had to escape and she had to run through the woods and everything, but she didn't have a cut on her. Yes, she did. You have all of these people, all of these indigenous people that are missing, and you've had this one motherfucker to go say she was kidnapped by Bozo the Clown, all because her fucking boyfriend no longer wanted to be with her skank ass. So she got a year, well, up to 6 months to a year. The bitch needs to serve more time than that because it's hard enough to get any kind of police support, and I'm saying it, when you have a black female or a black child missing, but you pull this shit. Get the fuck out of here. I do not feel nothing for you. You deserve everything you get and more. Hate that shit. Good morning, hear me roar. Good morning. Lil Kit Sis, how you doing? How are you? I just can't believe this. And then, my question is, did the parents know? You just show up walking down a goddamn street. Oh, I escaped. But let's not forget, the woman did her hair. She gave her cheese crackers. She probably did her fingernails and toenails too. My brats, we had a female content creator was eating bugs on her panel. The ladies of iTalk, good morning. I cannot find your channel, and I went back to my chat. It hadn't loaded yet, so I can go join your channel. Good morning. Could somebody drop ladies of iTalk, Mob Rats, please, too, as well? Could you drop their channels in here? And Chantel Gucci is doing a charity stream. I really would appreciate that. But I'm just saying, and then she escaped. But, oh, I forgot. They took pictures of her naked. I forgot about that. But let's not remember, let's not forget, she had $100 in her socks. Thank you, Tina. I see it now. Thank you. They kidnapped her, took pictures of her naked, but let her keep her socks on. Her feet must have been fucked up and jacked up. But she had $100 tucked in her socks. Is that the money she stole from her employer? Good morning, Wisco Gal. I'm just like, okay, got you. Then we got P. Diddy, Puffy. I understand that this man is singing like a damn canary. Keefe, whatever his name is. He said that P. Diddy offered him $1 million to get the job done. And the job would be taking out Tupac. He also is alleging that Suge offered him money to take out Biggie. So I'm just like, y'all, I don't know if you guys followed Jazz, Psycho. This woman said a while back that P. Diddy was the only one that has never gone to the hospital. She said that why is it that everyone that's involved with that record label, why is it that everybody that's involved with that record label has either had a heart attack or is deceased? So, y'all think Jaguar Wright is crazy. Jaguar Wright said this a while back. She was talking about L.B. Shore was writing, he was writing his book. He wound up in a hospital in a coma. Kim Porter wound up deceased. What's the other one's name? I forgot. He's dead. The only one that's never been to the hospital, she said, is P. Diddy. So I hope he has a good attorney, because they might be taking him serious. So we gonna see. We will see. She needs a 20-year charge. Yes, she needs a charge. This bitch had people, the neighbors and everybody looking for her dumb ass, and then she gonna come up with a fucking story about Bozo the Clown kidnapped her ass. I can't with these people. I just can't with these people. But I really wanted to discuss this disgusting ass pastor. I want to show you guys this, and Please, I got to put my trigger warning up. I want you guys to see this for yourselves. And then this other pastor attempted to K his wife and his kids. I don't know what's going on with these churches. I don't know what's going on, but y'all know. We don't do that coaching that shit over at Bombs, okay? We don't do it like that, okay? We just walk around with no bra on, and, we just be letting the titties swing over there, okay? On the weekends, the bras are off, and we just let the titties hit the knees and every damn thing else. Whatever they do, that's what they're going to do. So we ready? Let me take this down so you can see this. This is KPRC in Houston, Texas. It's also known as Click to Houston. I don't care what she turned down. They said her ass was guilty. That's what the judge said. He said, no, bitch, you guilty. And this is what you're going to have to pay. So now they're trying to appeal it. And so now it's in, I'm trying to see how but it went back to the investigative state. Good morning, Angie Brooks. So here we go.
Sexual assault of a child. According to official documents, Robert L. Carter repeatedly raped a young family member, even impregnating her. Tonight, her father is speaking only to our Devin Clark, who is live outside of HPD headquarters with further details. Devin.
I got to tell you, this warrant states that the rapes started when this girl was just 7 years old and lasted well into her late teens, happening at least 600 times with a felony charge now filed. The alleged victim's father.
Hold on. I need to move back to Houston because he's a pretty good looking reporter there. I need to go back to Houston to go check out what's going on and Click to Houston.
They're speaking out, but we do want to warn you, what you're about to hear may be extremely disturbing.
She had been around this monster since she was about 6 years old.
This man asked not to be identified as to protect his daughter's identity. That isn't stopping him from speaking out about this man, 39-year-old Robert L. Carter, who he says was a family member to his daughter.
So he's always been big to her, and I had realized that she'd been fearful.
The man whose profile on the Black Preachers Network website has him listed as a bishop and senior pastor is now an accused rapist.
I don't understand, how you can carry yourself, walk around preaching the word and living, a lie.
According to Carter's arrest warrant filed last month, the abuse began back in 2008 when the victim was 7 years old. It states he would go in her room and make her perform a sex act on him on a nightly basis.
How? How could you even get aroused? It doesn't make any sense.
Man, you are the daddy. Fuck how he's getting aroused, okay? Beat his damn brains in. The fuck? And how would you let this man go into your daughter's room? I understand she's a relative. I don't give a shit who he is. He's not going into my granddaughter's room unless I'm in there too. And then he has no reason to go into their rooms. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
The warrant states the abuse got worse over the years and that it would happen in multiple locations, including their home when everyone was asleep, Carter's grandmother's home, and behind an HEB in the parking lot before dropping the victim off at school. The document also states that Carter would bring the victim here to the Greater Bible Way Church in Sunnyside, where he had an office, and rape her.
Now, Sunnyside it's changed a lot, but Sunnyside was not a good neighborhood in Houston.
She had an episode where she ended up in the hospital, for psychiatric reasons.
The warrant states she secretly had Carter's baby.
What if she would have died that night? She has a baby in the closet by herself. And he came and got the baby and took the baby to a fire station and dropped the baby off.
With many questions, we went to Carter's address listed on the warrant, but no one seemed to be home, so we called him.
The person you are calling is not available. Record your message at the tone.
No answer. While the warrant has been filed, we understand that Carter has not been taken into custody at this time. As for the baby mentioned in the story, the father you heard from says his daughter is in the process of trying to get the child back. Reporting live outside of HPD headquarters tonight, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.
Downtown Houston. Yes, he did. Over 600 times. Over 600 times. Who is this man to this child? Why is he allowed to be around this child? I'm just like, now the daddy and the daughter, they're trying to get the baby back. So this story, I was supposed to talk about it last weekend, but he was arrested. This shit is crazy. That's what I want to know. Why is he still alive? If my son is still in the chat, would you tell me if he would still be alive, son? Good morning, Shyla. How are you? I hope things are going well for you. 600 times. Who? They said he was a relative. So he was allowed to be in the grandmother's house. He's allowed in their house. Who is this man? They're not saying what relative. He's a cousin, an uncle. But you had access to this child. But your dad is on TV saying that she was always fearful. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Todd Nickerson equals hurt kids. I just can't believe this shit. Every time I read about this shit, I get pissed off. One article said she was 6 years old. This news report said she was 7 years old. It don't matter what the fuck age she was. She was still underage. And then the daddy is asking, how do you get aroused? What the fuck? Give a shit about him getting aroused? Who is this man? And if he wasn't in custody when they did this story, why is that church still standing? And why is he still breathing? I'm going to look up Todd Nickerson. I'm going to look him up. I've heard the name. 600 times. That's it. Why is this person around so much? Let me look up Todd Nickerson real quick. Why? And then I was listening to a clip from this comedian, and they were talking about Columbus Day, which Columbus Day is also Indigenous People Day. Okay. So they did this rap. And I was laughing my ass off. They said Columbus was a murderer. He was this and that. And why are we celebrating Montgomery, Texas? And I'm just like, what the hell? Self-confessed pedophile Todd Nickerson tells critics, oh my God, he was a freelance graphic designer. And now he's complaining about he was being targeted by vigilantes. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're complaining about being targeted by vigilantes and you a whole ass pedo and you've confessed to it. Oh my God. Todd Nickerson is attracted to children but says he's never abused one. He's a pedo. He is sexually aroused by prepubescent children, in this case, girls. He's a pedo. Oh my God. Oh, but he said he's a virgin? Is he a virgin because he hasn't actually assaulted a kid? What? So the ideal age range for a pedo is 10 and under. While hepaphilia, oh my God, they got different names for these people. While hepaphils are attracted to children around 11 through 14. They've given these things names. And then when they're attracted to teens between the age of 15 or 16, they're epiphiles. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, he's a creep. He looks creepy. He looks creepy. I'm going to show you this man's picture. Oh my God, hide your kids. Oh my God. Let me show you this pedo. Look at him. Would you trust anybody around that? Oh, yeah. Oh, my brat. Yes, come on up. Oh, I'm so happy you're coming up. Hold on. Oh, we're going to be talked about. Oh, let me drop this link for you, sweetie. Here we go. Come on up, my brats. Come on up. Oh, my God. And guys, if you don't follow my brats, I do. He is very knowledgeable. I love his history lessons. He is, his conversations, I mean, I love it. And I be cracking up when he's actually dragging people too. So I crack up about that. You know this, well, not know them, but you remember this. Good morning, damn it, Mandy. Yes, they have names for them now. I didn't even know that. I just call them pedos. Looking Beyond, good morning. I dropped the link for you, sweetie. I'm going to drop it again. Oh, my goodness. He is creepy looking. I would not trust anything around him. Nothing. Yeah, Jody B is a sweetheart. And yes, his dog Rocco. Oh my God, that dog is gorgeous. My brother had his name. Oh my God, what was my brother's dog's name? Chase. Chase looked like a damn miniature horse. When Chase died, my brother was beside himself. He called, he was crying, and I was like, what the hell? I thought something was wrong with his wife or his daughter. No, Chase passed away, and that was my nephew. Oh, there we go. I see you. Good morning.
Hi, buongiorno. I want to give you a quick synopsis on Todd Nickerson real quick, if you mind.
Yes, sir.
All right, Todd Nickerson, they call him the virtuous pedophile, right? And he used to have a YouTube channel. Well, he still has the channel, but he don't do live streams no more. About 5 years ago, they used to have Google Hangouts to use live streams, right? So let's say I join Google Hangout, right? This is what they would use instead of StreamYards. Well, you kick everybody out of the Google Hangout, including the user, and it would stay live for 35 minutes. So basically, Todd and Pink Fang and all these pedo apologists who were saying, give us child porn and we won't reoffend, you know, nobody will offend. And my argument was the child porn is abusing children, number one. And there's no way to stop these people. Once people are into hurting kids, they don't stop. It's like telling you can't like a man or telling me I can't like a woman no more. It's impossible. So they used to hold these streams, these pedo apology streams. So me and my friends would join the streams and start screaming all profanities, crazy stuff. And as we're screaming this stuff, we have our friends flagging the channel, you know, at the same time. So I would always join up and we would just wreck their channels. We would kick them all out of it and we would have it for 35 minutes till it shut down. And they were basically, like I said, saying, give us child porn. There's even documentaries of him on YouTube where they're trying to make him like he's a hero. Like, well, this is an admitted pedo who says he's never hurt kids. And he's like, your kids are safer in my hands than anybody else's hands, all this crazy stuff. And they're using these new terms, like you were just saying, maps and all these weird names. They're trying to normalize it. And there's listen, any kind of sexual abuse towards a woman, towards a child, in my book, you deserve your Peugeot cut off. You know what I mean? Like 100%. And it just blew my mind that this guy was on YouTube, like holding live streams with Google Hangouts and having all these people join. So me and like 4 of my buddies got together and we trolled the hell out of them, where we stopped doing live streams because every live stream they tried to do, we would just, you know, invade it and hit it and destroy their streams.
So has he ever been arrested?
No, but he will though in the future. No, he's never been arrested or nothing like that. And that's why he was pushing for the child pornography, because he says that helps him not harm kids and all that stuff. It's just all a way for these people to, and if you see the coverage on him on YouTube, it's all positive and disgusting. It's like, why would you? Ugh, it just blows
I'm
me.
going to check that out. I did not know that, but you know, I've been watching this channel. They do live catches of predators, and it's disgusting when you see these people and these men, and I'm just like, and they're asking these girls, "Are you 13? Are you really 13? Can you send me a picture?" And then it's just disgusting.
It is. Once someone says they're 13, you block them immediately. If you, let's say you're on a dating site and some girl says she's underage, well, you block them immediately. But when you do get a chance to look up Todd Nickerson, his last video that he did on his channel, every few years I send people, I'll do a live stream every so often, and I'll tell everybody to go leave comments on his last video. And you'll see all the comments me and other people have left. There's some of them in the chat who's left them too. We always say stay off YouTube, you know, like stay away. We just leave comments just to let him know that him and his kind are not wanted, are not liked, and we're not going to look at it as it's normal.
I'm glad you said that, MRE, because the funny part is going to be, it's going to be said that you've been visiting all of these sites, and they're going to start calling you names as well. You know that, right?
Well, it wasn't a site. Nickerson's was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, so it's no site or nothing. It's just him on YouTube. He had a YouTube channel. Yeah, yes, you went over there and said, yes, that's what I was telling everybody. She did it too, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I sent so many people over there to leave comments on his last video. So it's not like at no site. It's just YouTube itself, where his last video that he did, you'll see he erased most of them, but there's still a lot of comments of people be like, stay off YouTube, we don't want you. And don't make threats anybody and nothing like that. Just tell him stay off YouTube. It's his last video on his pathetic YouTube.
Is his channel called Todd Nickerson?
Yes, it is. Yep, you could find it. Just put in Todd Nickerson.
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, you'll find
it. Todd Nickerson Vice. That's what it's called.
Well, I don't know if it's Vice. That might be, I think they might have done something on him, but he has a channel. He has his own.
566 subscribers.
That might be him. I haven't checked it in a while, but that might be him right there.
Yeah, and then there's one Vice News is saying that the men who call themselves non-offending pedophiles.
Listen, and what non-offending people means you're going to do it someday, because we all know
you're going to do it sooner or later.
You're going to. There's nobody out there in this world who can just I only did it once. If you did it once or twice, you deserve the rope in my book. But you're never going to stop. They can't heal them people. That's why I say there should be a government law that castrates these people. Maybe take their right hand, or maybe the scarlet letters in the old days.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we should brand a P on their forehead,
Okay, they're asking you, has YouTube attempted to shut the channel down?
Not a shot in hell. YouTube, they're all for that stuff. No, they've never shut his channel down. We've reported him, even as we were on his channel, screaming epithets. And because, let's say right now you're using Google Hangouts, but they don't have it no more. You're using StreamYards. All right. If I join, I could kick Heidi out and control this for 35 minutes, and then it shuts down. So that 35 minutes, we would be screaming everything that could get you kicked off of YouTube. Every kind of slur and stuff, and we'd be people flagging it. It still wouldn't get him, and it still wouldn't take his channel down. Now go to videos.
Yeah, okay.
Hit on videos and go to his last one right there, the last one. No, the last one he did. Yeah, right there. And mute it, and go to the comment section. Just scroll down to the comments.
Okay,
and you'll see a bunch of maybe he's deleted a lot of them. I don't know, but if you'll go down, you'll see people. We left. I think I did like 2 or 3 streams every 7 or 8 months, and I had everybody. So many people leaving comments. Stay off YouTube. Stay away. Stuff like that.
These comments are positive towards him.
Well, see, they deleted a lot of them. They've deleted a lot of them. Then. He must go and delete them. Yeah, there's psychos, man. There's people on here that think this guy's a good guy. He's a noble guy. But we flooded this with so many, like, he must have deleted 500 to 1,000 comments because we flooded this.
This comment, MRE, this comment. The fact that you have this attraction, and yes, it is sick, but you can't help it. If you're fighting it and won't act on it, I commend you for that. So long as you never act on it, you are a good person, and I give props to you for never acting on your desires.
Wow. Yeah, see, people like that make me sick, and those are the kind of people that are going to be like, you know what? He's a human. No, this is a predator, and predators should be treated like predators. Well, he erased a lot of comments, but we dropped so many, like I'm talking hundreds of comments. He had to delete them and leave all the positive ones up.
Yeah, these are positive towards him, except for that one. It's good the haters can't anymore dislike your videos. Any book recommendation on the history of pedophilia? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's sick. It's really sick. And wow, he must have deleted a lot of them because we flooded that page. We left hundreds of comments, hundreds. Stay away, go away, don't come back on YouTube.
Oh my God, so this guy, I'm taking the guy, Rise Over Here. Hey, Todd, what can you make a video about incel movement? I'm an incel, and I believe there are a lot of misconceptions of incels too. They're all sexist, violent, or racist. I don't believe all incels are racist since they're minority incels as well, and not all incels are violent. What?
An incel is like a loser who doesn't date women. He just sits in his basement, or mostly men. They sit in their basements all day. They hate women because women won't date them. So they get into the thing called MGTOW, people against women or something stupid. They're just a bunch of weirdos. And these people praising this guy, discussing. I can't believe this. He must have took down all these comments, and we flooded them with hundreds of comments. Because what I would do is I would do what you're doing now, and I would drop the link to the video in the chat, and I would tell people, drop comments. Don't threaten him.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bob Ross exposed a year ago. Stay off of YouTube.
Yeah, he left that one up. Wow.
Yep. That's the only one. So he's deleted a lot
hundreds.
of comments.
He's deleted hundreds of comments. There's a few people in the chat that I see that left comments back then that I told to go leave comments. And yeah, they're all down. He goes through them every once in a while and deletes them, I guess, because they should be flooded. Well, go to newest. See, go to the top and hit newest first.
Let me go to the newest first. Okay, wait a minute. Go back to the video.
No, down a little. No, just go. No, stay on that video. Yep.
Oh, okay, stay on the video.
I'll show you how to do it.
See, I'm good on my phone when it comes to coming in here and doing it from here.
Just go down a little.
Okay.
All right, see right there where it says comments. Yep, newest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna go past the pinned one. Yep. See, there they are. Damn it, Mandy, stay off YouTube. We had so many people drop them. I'm talking hundreds of people went and dropped them. Like Mandy's in the chat, Miss Can't Be Wrong. All of them has dropped comments on there, hundreds of people. But he probably can't get to all of them, so he deletes as many as he can.
This guy is worrying about the pictures behind him. Is it ancient Egyptian? What? We're not talking about this man being a virtual pedo, as he said, but he wouldn't act upon it.
Yeah, there's no say. It's an oxymoron. You can't be a virtuous pedophile. It just don't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like me saying, I'm a good child kidnapper. I'm a good killer. Like it just doesn't. It don't compute. Like a virtuous a pedophile cannot be virtuous. Okay, there's somebody that are into children and hurt children, and he wants to call himself virtuous because he's never acted on his sick thoughts, and they praise him for it, and it drives me mad. Because what they try to push is give us child porn and no kids will get hurt. But yeah, any little boy's picture or girl's picture in that porn book are hurting those kids. And even if it was drawings, it should be outlawed. No, there is no rehabilitation for that. And they never stop. And I guarantee there are victims out there of Todd's. There's got to be.
There has to be. But this one guy said, hey, Todd, hope you're doing well. Question, with the new term MAP, which in certain communities has replaced pedophile. My question is, why are so many people trying to say the term MAP is only being used in order to soften up the identity of a pedophile, of a pedo? That is so people conflicted with this identity can feel better about themselves. Then he says, yeah, that's it. They're not even coming at him about anything.
No, because that's his whole community. That was Pink Fang and the rest of them. They were part of this little pedo apologist community that we would troll, 5 years ago, like I said, 6 years ago. They didn't have StreamYards. They had Google Hangouts. And like I said, back then you could join it, kick everybody out, and just wreck their streams. But they don't do that no more. These are
the people that I watch right here. These people, they're called PP Southeast Texas. They go out, and it's another one too that I watch. But this channel right here, they catch predators, and they get them. They go there and then they talk to them. He has all the texts and everything. And then by the end of it, the cops are on their way. So
yeah, most of them, I know what you're talking about. Most of those channels are good, decent people who do the right thing. But then there's a group. There was a couple of the guys on Dr. Phil, right? There were these guys from New York, these two like so-called pedo catchers. But what they would do is extort the men. All right, let's say they would do what these guys do, act like they were pedo catchers. They would meet them, and then they would tell the guy, well, for $2,000, I'll let you go and I'll destroy this tape and everything. So that's what a lot of these people do also. They do it to extort these guys, and they don't, which is wrong because you should turn them into the police. Because
I heard you say that on your channel that was like a couple of weeks back you were talking about that.
Yes, and they do that. A lot of these, I'm not saying all of them, okay? A lot of them are really just good people who just don't like these animals, but there's a couple of them who trap these guys only for money, so they don't care about the kids. They just care about extorting them for money. And my point is, well, you're letting him go. You should turn him into the freaking cops, because when you're letting him go, he's going to prey on another child. Who cares? You took $2,000 or $1,000 off him. So what? Is that worth some kid getting harmed? And it makes me sick when they do that. And a guy named Shane Coyle did it. You can look him up. He was on Dr. Phil, and some other idiot from New York did it. And they were extorting these dudes. So they were basically letting pedos go for money. And it makes me sick. It really does.
Oh, my God. I heard you were talking about that day when I was getting ready for work. And I went back to listen. And you were definitely saying that they would go out, catch them, and then they would extort them, let them go so they can go and abuse and keep doing what they're doing as long as they paid them.
Yes.
And
as long as they got their money. And no, I'm not saying all of them do that. No, but there was a couple of people who were caught doing that and even admitted to doing that, like the guy Coyle and these other idiots. They would literally let them go. And it's like, come on, nothing's worth that money. Like, no one's like, if I caught some pedo like that, I don't care how much he offers me. I'm not letting you go, because at night I got to go to bed and say to myself, well, I'm a reason the kids are getting hurt right now because I let this guy walk, and he's out there hurting kids and preying on kids. It's disgusting.
So, MRE, can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah.
Please, can I ask you a question? And all of the shit that's being said about you from the different people. When I was in Angel's chat, this guy, Casper Rosa, don't know who the hell he is, don't care. But he said that that you were, I'm trying to get the right words, that you were arrested or you were investigated about talking to an underage person.
No, I guess he looked up 911 calls or calls that were called into a police station. And I guess years ago, somebody called in I don't know who it was. Somebody called in, but I never been questioned by cops or brought into a police station about that. I have nothing like that on my record. I despise people like that.
See, that's what I was saying. So I go to the sources.
He's just bitter because he had a huge crush on my ex-girlfriend, and her family dumped him. They don't want nothing to do with him. So he's just a stalker and uses me as a weapon to attack.
I heard him on Josie's channel that day when you went up. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I said, is this an interrogation? Because I caught the replay. And I was like, what is this man's problem? Now, I understand he's supposed to be some type of investigative journalist, whatever.
He's a hack.
But
Because-
if you're going to put this shit out, you
Put
need to
truth
have
out.
facts to back
You
it
need to have
up.
facts and truth. Like last week, I did a video and I was talking about the Breakfast Club, the movie from the 80s.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, they had the prom queen, the school shooter, the wacko.
Yes.
So he took the part of the school shooter and like put it on his channel and edited it. So it's not honest journalism. It's somebody with a personal vendetta and beef.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
And I was in that morning when you were discussing that. So, and I can remember you were talking about the characters on the movie, and I remember that because you talked about all of them. And I don't follow him, so I don't know what he put up. But, you know, I come in, and just like I said, I don't get that vibe from you at all, because if I did, I would actually just like I just did right now. But I don't.
There was
you know,
never in my life was I ever picked up by a cop or questioned anything like. I have all my nephews and nieces in my family all love me. You know what I mean? That's just ridiculous. If go look up other people, I don't know. People can call in and say whatever. It was non-founded. Nobody ever arrested me for nothing like that. This dude's just a total beta boy and jealousy. You know, very jealous kid over what? Maybe my friendship with his former friends, and I guess he was jealous that I was.
But did you ever do anything to him?
No, that's the funny part. All I did was stick up for him. When the guy John Alite was a total liar, he actually said that like the guy Kaz Rosa was molested by his father, which is a lie. It's not true, right? And I would stick up for him. I never did nothing to this guy whatsoever. Anything to him.
Let me tell you, when I was in your channel the other day after this fight happened or whatever it was between J-Mac and FBS, okay, I don't follow either one of them, so I didn't know, you know, what caused all of this. I just remember going into Jessie's channel and, you know, was asking what the topic was, and when she said that he was jumped, I thought he was robbed. Now, I heard what you said about you said it years ago that these things were going to happen.
Yeah,
if you're posting, you know, people's family members and all of that. Now, I don't know if he was doing that because I don't follow him. But when you invite crazy is going to show up. Maybe not the way you want it to show up.
Yeah,
but
if
I
you're going to have a channel.
Too far. It
Yeah,
just
well, anybody.
went too far.
Anybody on YouTube, if you're going to have a channel where you're constantly looking people's families members up, dead family members, alive ones, all kinds of ways, eventually I've warned all these people years ago, never get into the doxing and looking people up and doing creepy stuff like that, because eventually it's going to come knocking someday, you know?
Yeah, so I just, you know, I this shit is just crazy to me, but I really don't think this is over, MRE. This is just a feeling that I have. I don't think it's over.
Well, people shouldn't go to people's homes. It's stupid. It's crazy. But on the other hand, I don't know. I don't have any kids, but if people were putting my children up and stuff, I'd probably get mad too, obviously. But yeah, that's why people shouldn't get involved in that kind of nastiness on here. You know, just take apart somebody's argument or something like that. But don't keep looking up family members and weird stuff, because you're going to look up the wrong person and somebody might only have 6 months to live or not give a crap. And someone could come kill you, son. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I think it's sad. And then when you have family members involved too, it's just sad when you go. But that, you know, in my opinion, they do that because they know that's the sore spot. And that's what's going to hurt you. And that's what's going to hurt the most.
Well, a few years ago, I think it was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, these two YouTubers were fighting back and forth and doing all this evil stuff to each other. One of them ended up going to kill one of the guys, and I think the family were trying to sue.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to sue the YouTube basically, because this is the platform where they're allowing people
They're allowing that.
people's family members, torture people's 80-year-old family members, young family, all this. And if YouTube's going to allow that, they should be liable for that, because they won't let you put up copyright videos, or you can't play anything from the British Broadcast Association, nothing. They'll shut your channel right down. You'll get a strike. But yeah, you can have people up here putting up people's families, all crazy stuff. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I was trying to put up a video that I had of the fighting and the bombing that's going on right now. So I was going to do a short and put it up. So, so before I post it, they run the checks and they told me that the video would be restricted. It's violence. But I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. It's on every news channel. So you're going to tell me I cannot post what's going on in the world because it's violence. So are we supposed to live in a bubble?
Yeah, well, basically, you could have posted it, but what happens is you post 3 or 4 of them, and people come flag your channel. So it's just messed up. YouTube's got a lot of stupid. I don't know if you ever heard about the Syrian woman who actually went and shot up YouTube one time, one of their offices.
Yes,
years ago. She was like a workout instructor or did workout videos, and they like took a few of her videos down. This friggin' lady went ubats. Ubats means crazy. She went nuts. She went down there and like shot up employees and then killed herself.
That was about that was like 9 years ago.
Yes, yeah, it probably.
I heard about that.
Yes, and it was crazy. So, like, YouTube really should enforce their laws, or maybe like hire humans to like when you report things instead of dealing with computers, like humans that you can deal with, so a human can see what's going on. But they're lazy; they don't want to pay the people. Instead of paying people and giving them jobs to do that, they got the computers doing it, and it's bullshit. It really is, because they'll allow people to pull up children, all kinds of stuff on people, info, all this weird stuff. And it's like when someone goes crazy and ends up going down to the YouTube thing and giving them a beat and, God forbid, killing somebody, it's just nuts. Or the lawsuits, like that other guy killing that other guy. The family wants to sue YouTube.
Yep. So I don't know if you heard about this. Now it's like 6 months ago. It was this really bad beef going on YouTube. They actually, and this guy was a YouTuber. He was in Houston. They actually went and shot up his car, killed him and his wife, his girlfriend and the baby were in the car with him.
Wow. I think I remember that. Was he a black dude?
Yep. She had just got out the car. He was dropping him off and she was getting out the car to get the child out. She had walked away from the car and they just started shooting. So they were following him.
Yeah, they were following.
I don't know if anyone was arrested yet. I need to go check that. And then this other TikToker who had a stalker, she was in Houston. The dad threatened him. He went and killed the girl.
Wow. Well, there's this one YouTuber. She used to do the van life and stuff, and there was some dude popped up one day. She was playing with her dog, like in a field, and this guy just popped up out of nowhere, and he's like, "I watch your channel," and you could see how uncomfortable and scared this woman was. It was, she was scared. The guy's like, "Well, what are you doing tonight? You want to hang out?" And she's like fumbling with her words, making up excuses why she can't hang out with the guy. But yeah, there's some weird dudes out there, man. They watch YouTube. They get a crush on some girl. They will pull up and try to talk to her or something crazy. It's just, it's weird.
That's not, people, I'm serious. People, and I keep thinking about this whole thing. This could have turned out totally wrong. It could have been worse than what it was. And it's sad because you take something from YouTube. Because I'm telling you, there was a point, MRE, where I was going to drive to Lombard, Illinois. And then I thought about it. I said, by the time I drive, I have time to realize what I'm doing and turn my ass around. That is premeditation.
Yeah, it's not
worth it.
No, it's not. But like I said, there's some people out there who might have 6 months to live or just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They just don't care. And there's some people that might kill you, There's some crazy people out there. That's why, like I said, people want to bant back and forth, argue, pick your arguments apart. That's one thing. But when you're out there just pulling up people's families and all that nasty stuff, something bad's going to happen eventually.
Now, I heard you say once before that somebody showed up for you and you got into a fight.
Yeah, I had some stalker dude who was going on a lot of these channels and saying he was going to come beat me up, all this stuff. He said he went looking for me up at the festival. So he jumped on Angel's channel, and I was on there, and he's like saying, "Oh, well, I was looking for you to beat you up." So I turned my camera around, showed him what street I was on. I was like, "Listen, you're only 20 minutes away. Come down here." He's like, "Well, I can't do that, but I'll come see you tomorrow." I was like, "Okay." And then he came down there and I gave him a few slaps and punches and he cried. His girlfriend left him. A month later, his girlfriend left him because after you get unmanned like that in front of your girl, you know, she left him. And then the guy went nuts. He started threatening people on Facebook and then he shut his Facebook down. But yeah, this stalker was dumb enough to actually come down and like maybe he thought I was going to be his friend and I don't know, but it's like it
But
didn't
you
work
turned
out.
your camera on to show him where you were.
Yeah, the first night I did. I showed him where I was because listen, I'm not the kind of person who talks tough on here. I never make threats or talk tough ever. It's stupid. It's YouTube. I can't punch you through a YouTube, nothing like that. But when someone says they were just at your neighborhood feast looking for you and they want to come down, all this stuff, it's like, you know what, pal? Well, then do it, dummy. You know? And he caught a beating. The guy was like and it was nothing to brag about because the guy was screaming, "No, please, no, I'm sorry. I'm like you. I
I don't
don't
mean to laugh.
like you." All this stuff. It was weird.
I don't mean to laugh, but
No, it is
I was
funny, actually. It's
I was going to ask you too, because you were talking about your friend that got killed. He got in some altercation. You've known him for a while. I saw the pictures you posted. Did
My
they
friend.
ever find out what happened and who? Did they arrest anyone on that?
Yeah, they did arrest somebody about 3 days after he was stabbed. God rest his soul, my friend Otis. They did arrest someone 3-4 days later, and the guy's being held at the ACI right now. But yeah, I guess it was a fight. Otis was beating one dude up, and the other, his buddy, came in and stabbed him and killed him because Otis was a tough kid. He beat up a lot of people at nightclubs. He'd get bombed and beat people up, and he fought with his hands. And a lot of these people can't take a beat, and a lot of men nowadays can't get beat up. They feel like they must kill somebody, or like there's nothing ashamed of getting beat up. Like everybody loses fights. As long as
Everybody
you
loses sometimes.
yes, no one's going to beat the world up. Like there's always someone tougher out there. No one's the biggest, the baddest. So taking a beating, there's nothing to be ashamed of taking a beating, you know? But a lot of these young guys and people guys in general can't take a beating. They get ashamed and they want to come back, stab or shoot somebody. And that's what happened with my friend Otis.
Oh my God. So MRE, with the knowledge of, because you do a lot of history stuff, do you read up on all this stuff, or is this something, because this is like, and when you say something and I'm in your life, I'm sitting there, if I'm at home or if I'm driving, when I get to work, it's in my head, I got to go look it up. I'm like, damn, he's right about that. Your knowledge on different topics.
Well, I don't know much. I would. Nobody knows everything about history. If somebody ever tells you, I know everything about history, they're full of shit. But subjects that I have studied in my life, like Roman history, European history, the Ming Dynasty in China, Shaka Zulu, the Zulus, Southern African War, all stuff like that I've studied. I'm pretty good with, But I like doing the history streams because I learn from people in the chat, because there's things that I don't know that people in the chat will know. So I do love doing history streams.
Yeah, and I love when you do your history streams. I really do, because some things, I think I know, and then I hear it. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. And then I go, damn, he's right. I go check just to make sure, because I'm like, okay.
Yeah, could be blowing smoke up your ass. People don't know. But yeah.
So I didn't see your Christopher Columbus stream. What are your feelings on that?
Well, that was just an unveiling of a statue. We had the Columbus statue. It's been in storage for 3 years because it was attacked and stuff like that by Antifa. They spray painted it. So they moved it from Elmwood Avenue. They put it in a holding facility for 3 years. Now they just moved it to Johnston. And Johnston's got more Italians per capita than any other town in the whole country. So they moved it here. And we had the big unveiling at Johnson Memorial Park. And there was a couple of dumb, protesters screaming there. And that was it, though. Nothing bad happened or anything like that. But we Italians, Columbus to us is he's an Italian hero to us. I don't agree with people killing anybody or anything like that. I don't agree with none of that stuff. And that's not what Columbus is to us. He's just like Amerigo Vespucci, which America was named after. Columbus actually got snubbed by America in a lot of ways. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci.
Yep.
Columbus was very mad. He thought it should be named after him. But America.
How?
was rich
Because he got lost. And how do you find something that's already there with people living there? That's what I want to understand.
Well, here's the
How
thing.
do
He
you
didn't
discover
find
stuff?
it. It was always there, but
Yes.
the old world never knew about the new world. So he did finally landed in the Bahamas. Columbus never set foot on mainland America. He landed in the Bahamas and stuff like that. So he was credited in finding the new world, discovering it, but really it was already there and people were there. The Vikings were there years before, but they could never colonize it because back when the Vikings came to North America, there was no gunpowder, so fighting the native tribes is a lot harder when you don't have gunpowder and you got a little colony of a couple of hundred people. You're not going to last. The natives are going to wipe you out. That's just how it goes. They're going to wipe you out. Now, they might have steel, like some better weapons than the natives, but the natives had the knowledge of the land. They had the numbers. So they wiped out the Viking colonies, and they didn't last up here. But we did have them in Nova Scotia. They even say in Minnesota they found Viking things, and they even call a place in New Hampshire America's Stonehenge. They believe that was built by the Vikings and stuff like that. But technically, he didn't really, there was already people here, but in the European Western world, he discovered the New World. And that's something that Italians are proud of, Columbus doesn't mean to us, killing natives or nothing like that. But that's just, and I'm Italian, I'm proud of what I am, and I'm always going to stand by Columbus as an Italian hero.
Yeah,
I
love your
agree with
accent.
what he did. I'm not saying I agree with any of the stuff that was done back in those days. All crazy shit happened. And, slavery was all around the world. I don't care what continent you go to or where you go. Civil war and civil strife and killing was always same with the Navy. A lot of people think, before Columbus or the Europeans came, the natives are just a bunch of happy people who got along with each other. That is the most biggest fallacy ever told in history. The native tribes are at each other's throats, killing each other, just like Europeans were, just like Africans were, just like everywhere, because mankind, men are viciously jealous, selfish people, most humans, right? So they're always going to take advantage of their neighbors and fight with their neighbors. That's just the way the world works. And same with the natives. Why do you think the native tribes did take the side of the colonists? Same with South America, for the conqueror of the Aztecs and the Incas in South America. When Pizarro and Francisco Pizarro, Cortez came over and conquered them, they had mostly native allies. They only had about 400 or 500 Spaniards with them. The rest of their allies were natives. And why is that? Because the Cochnacolans hated the Aztecs. Why? Because the Aztecs enslaved them and tortured them. So there's always been civil strife, and that's why a lot of natives always fought with the colonists or the Spaniards in South America. They couldn't have done that without the native help, without the guides, without the translators, and without the warriors. The Cochnacolan army supplied 67,000 warriors, 70,000 warriors to Cortez's army. You got to remember, you have 600 Spaniards with horses and dogs. Even if you got a few muskets, you're not conquering thousands and thousands of Aztecs. You need allies. So, history always forgets to tell that, though. And I don't care what continent you go to, what religion of people, nationality, there's always people abusing their neighbors. That's just how it goes. Mankind is just pretty vicious, of all the things created by God, man has to be one of the most evilest things created by God. Not all people. There's a lot of good people, but the majority of people are bad. Let's just be honest.
And that's true. So my whole thing was, when you read the Bible and you talk about, God made Cain and Abel, and Cain and Abel married. I'm like, okay, where did these women come from? Because I'm like, there was only two. There was Cain and Abel. But then you had Adam and Eve. So MRE, when you're talking about the history and stuff, I love to listen to you and your knowledge on these topics I just had to go check one thing, and that was like a couple of months back when I was listening. But when I'm listening to you and when you're breaking down all of this, I'm like, his knowledge on this topic is astounding. And you really are. And you make it fun to listen to history. You ever thought about being a teacher?
Well, yeah. Matter of fact, years ago, I thought about it. But once I got out of high school, I took care of my uncle for until he died. So my my really world revolved around taking care of my uncle. So I kind of like spited myself in a lot of ways. Like I didn't go to college, and because I could have very well been a history teacher, no problem. But no, I didn't go. You know what I mean? Like I think I signed up for CCRI and never even went because all my time was spent taking care of my uncle. So I really didn't have time for it. Well, I could have, but I had a lot of good years with him, so I wouldn't trade that for nothing. Even if I was a history teacher, I wouldn't teach the history. They would tell me to teach these kids. So, they don't teach them real
learning fun. And I look at the chat when you're discussing all of this and the people that are chatting in there and, their knowledge as well, but you make it fun. It's not like, you got a textbook open, you make it fun to hear and to listen to. So I want to applaud you for.
Well, thank you. And I always learn stuff from the people in the chat also, because even if I'm I wouldn't call me an expert, but even if I know a lot about it, so let's talk about Julius Caesar or the Romans, someone in the chat's going to know something I don't know. So I always learn by even stuff that I know a lot about. I'm always still learning stuff. So, I like doing the history streams. I just can't really stream that much nowadays because I need a new computer or something. But yeah, it's fun. And you always learn stuff from the chat. Yeah, and it depends I don't know everything about history, that's for sure. But the topics that I do know, I'll go into and stuff like that. A lot of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, which was Caesar's people, the Civil Wars in Rome, American history I love, the Civil War, Revolutionary War, all stuff like that. A lot of I'm big on the Native American wars. Like up in where I'm from, we had King Philip's War. It was very fascinating. King Philip was actually a Native American sanctum, like a chief, and the Europeans gave him that name, King Philip, but his real name was Metacom. And, his father was actually Massasoit for the first Thanksgiving. You know the story about the first Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, his father was the first Thanksgiving chief, and there was peace for 25 years. But then when Metacom came to power, one of Metacom's friends killed an Indian guy who converted to Christianity, a guy named John Sasem, I believe his name was. And after Metacom's friends killed him, the Massachusetts Bay Colony was so mad that their Indian friend, who's now a part of their colony, was killed. They went off and killed Metacom's guy. They hung 3 of Metacom's guys, and Metacom says, you know what, screw these colonists. Let's unite all of the tribes in New England and push them into the sea. And they almost did. And that's why I'm a big fan of Pontiac and Tecumseh. Those were the 3 Indian chiefs. Well, one of them they called sanctions on the East Coast, Metacom, who actually wanted to fight back racially, meaning we must all Fango, what's his name? Tecumseh, I'm sorry. Tecumseh was a great Indian chief, and he went all over America uniting Indian tribes against the colonists. And most of the tribes joined him. A lot of them didn't join. Why? Out of greed and beefs with other tribes and stuff. But they actually made a place in Oklahoma called Provincetown. And that would have been it was a pan-Native American city with all different Native tribes joined as one. And they thought and they were right. If they would have all joined together, they could have pushed the colonists out. But like I said, they liked the colonists' silver. They liked their weapons, the stuff they brought. It helped them defeat their neighbors and stuff. So people are always going to put themselves first instead of the goodness of their people. But very fascinating stuff.
I just wrote that down too. I just wrote that down.
Yeah, check it out. It's called King Philip's War or Pontiac's Rebellion or Tecumseh. Those are 3 great Indian chiefs that knew what was up, and they were smart, and they were real great warriors. But they were fighting, against the U.S. Army and other natives, so there was no shot to win.
We have a history lesson this morning, everybody. Thank you. I wrote that down. King Philip's War.
Yeah, it happened in New England, right near my house. King Philip War was all through this area. They raided colonies through Connecticut, all through New Hampshire and stuff. And it was a lot of killing on both sides.
I'm definitely going to look that up because I've never heard, and I'm serious, I've never heard of that. So
Well, most
I'm going
people
to-
don't. There's people from New England who's never heard of King Philip's War. It's a very most people don't know about it. It was one of the very first Native American colonist wars. You know, one of the very first.
Somebody's asking you,
Yes,
isn't
it's
it known
known
as the deadliest war in America?
Yes, per capita, yes. 10% of the colonists were wiped out. 40% of the natives were wiped out. It was one of the bloodiest wars in American history per capita, for sure. Very bloody, very brutal, very brutal. And
See,
fascinating.
Snuggle Bunny said she loves history. So yes, she knows it. She said that was her favorite. She said the only class she liked in school was history.
Oh, Scottish Deb, what's up, buddy? Yeah. Well, history, I know a lot about Scottish history too, where Scottish Deb's from. Very fascinating stuff. William Wallace, Robert the Bruce. Even before then, the Romans wouldn't even go to Scotland. You know, they were scared. That's why they built Hadrian's Wall up there that stands to this day. They built it all across England, the whole wall, to block out so you couldn't go to Northern England and Scotland. It was like the end of the empire. That's this big wall. It still stands to this day, Hadrian's Wall.
Your knowledge is fascinating.
Well, it's not a lot. It's just like some people think, oh, wow, you know so much. I really don't. It's just a hobby of mine, you know, that I got into as a kid. My father used to read me history books when I was before I could read history books and stuff at night. I would have to do my prayers. So I would do my prayers first, and then he would read me history books from all kinds of different parts of the world and stuff. So I was always into it, and I've been fascinated with history ever since. I've been in the reenactments a couple of times.
Now, MRE, I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm asking you because, I'm tired of hearing all it. You're being labeled as anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
I says, well, any criticization of Israel is called anti-Semitic. I don't hate all Jewish people. That's ridiculous. If you think everybody, or like someone thinking every white person's a good person, well, you're going to be a real fool in life and get taken advantage of. No, I don't hate every Jewish person. I'm not a fan of the Israeli government. I'm not a fan of my own government, but that doesn't mean I hate all Jewish people or something. I actually got 2 nephews that are half Jewish. I don't hate them,
Yeah.
So they're, like I said, a lot of these people all used to watch my channel, and you get into a few beefs with content creators and stuff like that. And then just, or if you date a girl somebody has a crush on or something like that, these people will slander, lie. And most of them were all my Stans and Stacy's. They used to all be in my chat. But they will lie and slander. But there's no facts.
See, that's what, so I was,
They also tried to say I was a federal informant. They also tried to say, like, if I'm a federal informant, what am I doing on YouTube? And why isn't it?
Well, I heard, they say they have a lot of informers on YouTube, but I was listening to Chunky Chunko's video, and he said that that Angel had labeled you a racist, and she didn't say that.
No, she didn't.
And she corrected that the other night when I was in her chat. She called him a liar, and
well, he is a liar. He's a fanboy of a few people, and he just fanboys. Number one, I've had 13 of my friends come on here, and 2 of them weren't white people. Okay, so
I heard Angel say that. Yes.
Yeah, I've if I'm okay, I'm a racist then. Whatever, say what you like,
No, I see. I'm gonna ask you myself because I'm tired of hearing about you're this, you're that, and I said, okay, they produced some video when you were with somebody named Little.
Yeah, that's Little. Yeah, we walked around Brown University. Now, don't get me wrong. The sign was provocative and stupid. If I could go back, I'd change it. Bad optics. We had a sign called Jews Rape Kids. We were really trying to alert people about Israeli pedophile rings, but it was a bad idea. I wish I didn't do it, but can't take it back. But I wasn't up there threatening nobody, and we didn't mean all Jewish people. If you think, all Jewish people are rapists.
That was my question. Instead of coming to you and asking you the context of what you were doing, it just went.
Well, they didn't. Yeah. Well, listen, when someone doesn't like you for whatever reason, they're going to slander you and try to twist stuff, and that's what a couple of these clowns do.
Well, thank you for clearing that up because I was going, it was never a good time to ask you in the chat because you always talking about something else. And I'm glad that you're here because I was going to actually go look to see if I can find an email address for you so I can just ask you my
Hey,
stuff.
ask me anything you like. Anything you like, you can ask.
No, but those are the two things that I had to ask you. And then really because I got tired of hearing it. And I'm like, okay, show me the proof. So when I watched Chunky's video, and I watched it earlier this week, I think, and I saw the clips and everything else. I said, okay, did anybody get the backstory for this? So
yeah, I
that's
explained it a million times. For 2 years on Angel's channel, I explained it. I've had friends
see-
come on of all friggin' different.
See, I wasn't following Angel 2 years ago, so I don't know.
So that's why nowadays when people ask, I'm like, yeah, Heil Hitler. Hitler was my uncle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just say stuff like that.
And I know you do things a lot, because when I'm in your chat, you just say shit and I be cracking up laughing. I said, this man is crazy. But I don't take it that you mean it, and that you're just making fun of what they're saying about you.
Listen, I make fun of all nationalities and all kinds of stuff. I've done that for a while on YouTube, like that's what I do. I make fun of people, it doesn't mean I hate all them people, like I said, I've had friends come on who aren't white people that I've grown up with my whole life that are close friends of mine,
But you know who I've been watching lately? This guy named Joey Marino. What's his name? Joey Merlino.
Oh yeah. Yep. The skinny guy.
Do you know anything about him? Because he has some really good stories.
No, I don't know anything about him besides he hates stool pigeons, and I like him for that. He doesn't like the stool pigeons because that's why I started my Mob Rats channel, because I had channels before. I had like the Rustin 757 where I trolled the scam artist Durkee, stuff like that. Before that, we trolled pedos and idiots, all kinds of stupid stuff. And then I said, you know what? A few of my buddies like, hey, why don't you do that with these Mob Rats? So I started the channel making fun of them. Yeah, Snuggle asked me something. I started making fun of the mob stool pigeons, and the guy Merlino doesn't like the stool pigeons, so that's a great thing. So I share his stuff and tell people to go check him out.
Yep. So I did because I watched Assassinino's channel one day, and he was talking about him, and he was showing clips of his new podcast he was doing with someone else. Okay, so Snuggle probably wanted to ask you the same thing I did. She goes, never mind, I was behind in the chat, and Heidi already asked, LOL. So, and Angela Jade said, good morning to you.
Oh, what's up, Angela? JL, what's up, dude, too?
Yeah, I like JL.
The guy Molino, yeah, he's good people. The guy Molino's a good dude, and he's up there, and he's just doing, I don't know what, I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes, talks about sports and stuff, but he also exposes the stool pigeons on here. And these stool
First time
pigeons
I heard his name was doing this insurrection stuff. Seriously, that's the first time I ever heard his name. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that the same guy? And I went in there and I listened to the stories he was telling about. He said that he was accused of rigging the election and everything else. I said, yep, that's him. And I was looking at him. I said, he's a pretty good looking man. I did. But I like his channel. He tells his stories. He talks about gambling and stuff. So I really enjoyed the couple of shows that I did see.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He never told on people and nothing like that. Unlike these other filthy stool pigeons on here and these other rats who just lie. They all do. They all lie, and woman beaters. 99% of these informants on here that the We Push Back channel and the website exposes, they burnt women's hair, knocked their teeth out, they've killed women, went on heists where women got shot. They're scumbags. All of them beat their wives up. All women.
I don't get that because I thought, just from watching the movies, and I'm gonna tell you, I have, since I can remember, my dad used to talk about John Gotti all the time, and I'm not trying to, I used to watch The Untouchables and Elliot Ness and all of this stuff, and I've always found mobsters fascinating, always have, but I always thought the code was no women and children.
Well, yeah, for the majority of them, yeah. Like, I can only talk about the people I've known in life, and I grew up around gangsters my whole life.
You have?
They never beat women or killed women, but not all mob guys are good guys. You know what I mean? There's some scumbags, and the most of the rats on YouTube weren't even mob guys. There's only a couple of them that were, and they were scumbags. So yeah, you're gonna have scumbags in all kinds of different sections of life, and yeah, you're gonna get scumbag mobsters, but you're also gonna get good ones too. Like John Gotti was a good guy. You know, my Uncle Rudolph was a good guy. Raymond was a good guy. These were all good men who took care of their communities and stuff. And yeah, you're going to get some bad apples in there.
Yeah, I heard
guys like
Angel
Sammy
saying
Gravano.
that.
Sammy Gravano killed a child.
I heard that a few months back because I didn't know. I would always see R.I.P. Alan Kaiser.
Yes,
and I never asked because I didn't want to, you know, just. And then when I heard them talking about it, I was like, oh my. So Sammy Gravano, is that Sammy the Bull?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I know him I don't know him, but I know the story of Sammy the Bull. And I didn't know Sammy Gravano was the same person. I really didn't. So,
yeah, it's the same guy. So after what he did was after he told on John Gotti, after he ratted him out, he did like 2 years in jail. The government let him out, and he started selling ecstasy with his children. He started selling ecstasy with his kids. What? Yeah, and got arrested for that and did like 10 or something years in prison. And now he's on YouTube and they're just milking his name. But what he doesn't like talking about is Alan Kaiser, because Alan Kaiser was a 16-year-old kid walking home and Sammy Gravano killed him. He said he witnessed something he shouldn't have, and he killed him. And I know mob guys that would never kill a kid, ever. Like, I don't care if the kid witnessed them doing something, they ain't killing the kid, you know? Sammy's just an evil scumbag.
Did he serve time for that?
No, here's the funny thing. He's never brought to justice for that at all. Matter of fact, the woman Joy, if you're on Facebook, there's a page called Justice for Alan Kaiser. If people can go over there and back Alan Kaiser's sister, her name's Joy. She's a real wonderful person.
I see her in Angel's chat, and
she's good people.
Panel.
And
yes,
she don't give up. Her brother was murdered, I believe, like 30-something years ago. And she don't give up. She always goes on there and puts stuff up about her brother and tries to, let everybody know that Gravano's a scumbag. So, for years, they didn't know what happened to their brother for like 12 years until the feds came to them and said, well, yeah, Sammy Gravano murdered your brother and there's nothing we can do about it, So picture not knowing what happened to your brother for 12-something years. And then all of a sudden the feds come and tell you, yeah, we know who did it, but there's nothing we can do about it. Like, that's brutal.
I heard something about that on Angel's channel, but then I'm watching the chat all the time. So, I didn't hear the full story, but I did hear about, I found the Facebook link and I'm going to put it in.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's great. If people can just go and hit like on that. It's ran by his sister, Joy Verace, a real nice woman who's just trying, standing up for her brother and wanting justice for her brother. It's a real sad story. Like I said, I only know the people I grew up with and around, and I can't picture them shooting a child at all.
Yeah, it's a private page, but I'll just drop it along with a deranged bee. Oh God, what is she doing now? Oh, I try to ignore her because she's not worth my time. She's irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't know much about that bee, and nor do I care. But
you don't want to know. Just know she's a rat. She's a rat snitch. She's a CI. Okay.
Yeah, she seems like a nut. But yeah, there's the Facebook group. If people can go on it and just hit like on the page, it might be private, but if you send her a message and tell her where you find it, you can join and hit the like button on it.
Yeah, it's a private group, but just go over and show her support. I heard her up on Angel's panel one night, and and I always see people type in hashtag rest in peace, Alan Kaiser, and I was like, okay. And I didn't, but then when I heard about Lee Cole going, and I heard about that on Angel's panel, about him going to Sammy Gravano, I didn't know it was Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, I mean, that was stupid. What he should have done is printed up a bunch of flyers with Alan Kaiser's face on it, and he should have put the Justice for Alan Kaiser Facebook thing and he should have done that. I thought that was kind of stupid what he did.
Yeah, I don't think I would have approached somebody like that because you never know what could happen. And
then what did it accomplish? You know what I mean? But hey, people
I don't know. I never even watched the video. I don't follow him, so I never even watched the video. I just heard him speaking about it on Angel's panel. And then I started paying attention to what was being said. Because when I'm in her chat, I really hear it. But a lot of times, like when I come in your chat, I'm getting ready. So I'll say hi, good morning. And then if you say something, I'll type a message. But I'm actually just listening because I like to listen so I can get a clearer understanding on what's going on. So
Gotcha.
that's what I do. But I just but I am going to drop a heart and just do a like on her Facebook page. But
much appreciated. I know she'll appreciate the people hitting like on it and stuff because this guy's got a big platform and he tells people it wasn't him. He blames it on a dead guy. It's like, no, it was you, dude. Like,
the FBI actually said it was him, and there was nothing they can do about it.
No, because when they give you this when you become an informant, they give you this thing where you can tell. Where you can tell, what's up, Angel? There it is. She put the link. Where you can tell all the crimes you did and you can't get in trouble for it. So he admitted to killing Alan. He admitted to killing him. And they went and told the sister that. But when he goes on YouTube, he tells everybody it was some other guy, Louis Melito. But it was him who did it. His own friend who slept over his house, the guy Jimmy, even said that I think Sammy told me he shot him like this. Poof.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and these guys are just rotten. All these informants on YouTube are just rotten, men of low character, just disgusting people. They always wanted to be gangsters. Some of them were, some of them never panned out, and they come on here and try to relive that life and still try to, like Gravano, still tries to be an underboss. Like, no, you gave that up the day you told on people, you crumb. They're all criminals.
So Dorit, she used to live in Howard Beach, and she would tell me stories about her working at the airport and stuff, and how stuff would get lost off the truck. And I told her, I said, you need to go over to Angel's channel one day and just say hi to her and let her know that you used to live in Howard Beach, and they know just about some of the same people. So she actually went over one day.
They took care of their neighborhoods. The neighborhoods were really safe when these guys were around. Like when Raymond was alive, Angel's father, Gotti, when these guys were
I heard Angel say that. She said if her father was still alive and, they wouldn't be the crime that they have right now with people and the drug selling. And I heard her say that on her panel.
Well, that's just a fact. There wouldn't be drugs in the neighborhood. There wouldn't be crimes in the neighborhood. Those neighborhoods, women could walk outside back then in their nightgown at night and not have to worry about nothing. That's same with my neighborhood, same with her neighborhood. These guys looked out for them. Now, I'm not saying every mob guy was a great guy, right? That's not the case. But there was good mob guys that were good people and were good fathers, good family members, good men who took care of their neighborhoods. And there really was. The people I grew up with were, people, they just were good people. But not everyone's good. You get your Gravanos out of them. You get your disgusting people also. Like there's good and bad and all. There's good mailmen. There's bad mailmen, just like anywhere else. Same with the wise guys. There's good gangsters that were real good people, honorable men. And then there was shit bums.
Well, guys, I'm going to drop Angel's Patreon channel, and I'm doing it because she has stories on there. She has her mom on there. She has her brother on there. And if you're really interested in learning about her family, and, I hate when I hear people say that, she glorifies her dad. That's not what I hear. I hear her speaking about her father. Who
wouldn't glorify their father, especially if he was a good dad? You know what I mean? Like, same with my uncle. I loved them. They were good people. Like, of course, they were good fathers, good uncles. So people that say that are just morons. Like, they just don't get it. Like, what else is somebody supposed to think of their father when he was a good dad to them and loved them and provided for their family? What else would they think? It's just common sense.
it is common sense, but people don't get that. And so to me,
Like, I get the Gravano thing. No, was Gravano a good dad? No, he wasn't. He sold drugs with his children. He killed his brother-in-law. The guy's a total creep. And this total creep, just like the rest of these informants on YouTube. They're all creeps. And we've exposed a lot of them and showed a lot of their bad doings. The guy John Panisi, the guy A-Light. These are people that knocked out their ex-wife's teeth, burnt women's hair. Real sick stuff.
See, and I'm glad. I don't know too much about these people. Nope, she doesn't. She doesn't glorify gangsters. She does not. Andy,
No.
could you drop your link in for Patreon, please? Because I can't seem to get it. And I'm a member to her Patreon channel. I enjoyed the conversation she was having with her mother, the one she had with her brother, and I like the fact that it's on Patreon. And that's what I really like. So I did become a member. Well, I've been a member to her Patreon channel. And she does.
People are going to say that, oh, you're glorifying gangsters and stuff. It's like, no, people are just telling you about their family, and they happen to love their family, So people just say that, and it's mostly comes from the stool pigeon camp, people who worship the stool pigeons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing.
No gangster stuff that I've ever I've been on Angel's channel a million times, right? A million times. We've never talked about mobsters or anything like that. Or mob talk, nothing like that. If anything gets talked about, it's somebody's family member, something like that. And they're not talking about gangster stuff. It's just ridiculous.
Yep. So, because when I watched Josie's Matsu Chronicles when Bambi was up there and what she was saying, I'm like, that's not true. So I watched the replay because I actually fell asleep and I heard her saying that I said she talks about her father, not John Gotti, the gangster. She talks about her father. That's who she speaks on. So I don't know where she got that idea from. I really don't. And I really enjoy her channel.
Yeah, like I said, I've been on that channel since the conception of it, since it started, and never once has we talk about or I've heard any kill. It's just ridiculous. No, and if somebody's glorifying their family member, it's because they loved them. It's like people say, oh, you glorify Rudolph or blah, 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 Rocco. Well, these guys were like my uncles. They were my family. Why wouldn't I glorify? I'm not glorifying gangster shit they did, glorifying the shit they've helped their neighborhoods. Every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, like the whole every school season started, there was lines out the door of people coming to get money for their kids' school supplies. They've helped so many people in their neighborhoods. A lot of these guys are real good guys. And like I said, there was bad ones too, but shit. If they look out for their neighborhood and they were good to their family, I don't see what's bad about them.
No, and I don't, it's, to me, it's going to be a separation between business and family, point blank, period. That's a separation. But
these guys never took that home to their families. They never went home and talked about anything to their families with crime and stuff. Most people don't even know their uncles or their dads were involved in anything like that until they were older, because they never seen stuff like that as kids. These guys were just normal dads and shit. The media and these morons come out here and make up all these false narrative, all this weird stuff. Because a lot of these people are big fans of the informants, and these informants have beefs. And when the informants come on YouTube, they try to settle old scores, attack family members, slander family members, the whole nine.
And I don't get that. But, when, I used to miss her Angel Boulevard, right? So then I would have to go back and listen, because I love when she would go down Angel Boulevard. And I just would be cracking up because the octone in her voice would dry. I was like, oh, somebody done pissed her off. So, and that's what I like when I come into your channel, because even though the things that are being said about you, you really don't let that affect you. And I like that about you.
Because if someone told you, Heidi, you were riding a unicorn yesterday in Wyoming, you never rode a unicorn in Wyoming,
Nope. That's why I say whatever they say about, if you tell the truth, I'm fine. That's why I can't stand that freaking B, because she's a liar and she's a damn informant. And don't lie on my name. You know, she had people believing I had a black car following her.
What? Really?
Yes, she had people believing I had a black car, like I'm going to waste my time or hire somebody to go follow her.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, this Heidi, what are you, part of the CIA or something?
I guess. And then MRE, she had the nerve to write my name on her arm because she was supposedly going to throw herself in front of a train, and it was going to be all my fault.
But how would that be your fault? All right, let's say right now.
I have no idea.
Well, let's say right now I wrote Heidi on my arm and threw myself in front of a car. That has nothing to do with you. Like,
no, it was gonna be all my fault. And you know why? Because she was getting ready to be exposed for digging into a deceased kid's background and for harassing the mother. So she wrote my name on her arm. She wrote Terry Lynn's name on her arm. And you know what I said to that? I said, cut deep by the fucking K. That's what I told her. And that's what I meant.
What kind of
mind on my damn name?
What kind of mind would even think, like, all right, if I'm going to throw myself in front of a car and get killed, and they're going to find these writings on my arm and blame them? How could you? No one could get in trouble for that. That's ridiculous.
And that's what I want to know, because have you, and I almost put up a picture of a person that was hit by a train so she can see. You very seldom find body parts.
Yeah, sometimes you're not gonna find Heidi's name on your arm after you get.
You're not gonna find. You may find that K, but you know, but just like Jesus Christ.
What do I think about Michael Francis? I don't like Michael at all. He's a little classier than, like, let's say the scumbag Gravano or some of these other ones, but he's still a snake. He's no good. He left it. He let his father rot in a friggin' nursing home, and went up there to record him with Valuetainment and all this stuff. He's a bum. Don't let him fool you. He's not this godly man. He's just another grifter. He's actually selling wine with that creep Gravano, child killer, right now.
Oh,
he's another creep. He just wears a little better mask and talks a little more eloquently, so people think he's a nice guy. Michael is not a good person. Trust me, he's not. He's a creep, just like the rest of them. There's not one informant on here that somebody can pick. Any informant. No, they're all crumbs, scumbags, 99% woman beaters, all of them. There might be a couple who are not woman beaters. They're stalkers, like the guy Borello. He stalked this woman. This woman put him in jail. Now this woman just got him out of jail, and he's with her again. Another violent thing is going to occur. And this is a guy who was never a gangster, never a mob guy. He was a hang-around little babysitter. He got into little fights with people in the neighborhood and tried to tell the police that the mob was involved. He's just another liar, and he's a woman beater also, and a stalker.
I'm glad I don't follow any of these people. The only time I hear these names, if I'm in your chat or Angel's chat, or if I watch a video that Assassinino did. Other than that, I don't hear these names, but I knew who Sammy the Bull was. Never put Sammy Gravano and Sammy the Bull. I don't know why.
Well, we call him Schmeagol because
that's the name you call him.
Yes, because he looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He really does, you know. He really does. And he legitimately is a rotten person and a liar. Not only just a turncoat snitch, but after he gets out of jail, he sells ecstasy with his children. Like, who does that?
I heard about that.
He killed his wife's brother.
What?
Yeah, they killed his wife's brother.
I didn't know that part. So maybe I was asleep when that was said, but I didn't know that part. And he's still married to this woman?
Yes, he's got her name. That's why he tries to hide his assets, and he puts all like Deborah's Way is like the name of his company. That's his wife and stuff. Guy's a total creep. Who sells drugs with their kids? And like the kids are like, Daddy didn't do it. He just did it to help us. It's like, what? No, Daddy's a scumbag.
Now the movie Goodfellas, I forgot what's his name, and
the Henry Hill. He's another liar. That movie was a good movie, but it's fiction. It's fiction. He lied. He wasn't.
I heard that he made himself out to be more than what he really was.
They all do.
I enjoyed that movie. I really did.
It's a great movie, but they all do. Every one of these informants make themselves out to be. I don't care. You could throw me any informant name on YouTube. and they make themselves out to more than they were. You'll have one guy who lied and said he went to visit Tommy Karate in jail and he knew him. The guy never knew him. He wrote a letter to one of the YouTubers and said, this guy's not, I got all the years of my visiting list. He never visited me. They all lie. Every one of these informants lie to make themselves more than they were, to sell books, to try to get a movie. And they bash the people that were in that life who didn't tell on people because it's getting revenge. You see what I'm saying? That they have a bully pulpit up here to attack people for revenge. And that's just a fact.
I tell you, the stories I hear in these channels, I find fascinating. I really do. I find fascinating. And Jessie Ross did make a song about the black car. She did. She made a song about the black car.
I don't know what the black car is.
I told you she was telling people.
Oh, the girl throwing herself in front of it. Okay.
Yeah, that I had a black car. Now, I could have blew her out the water years ago. I had the court paperwork, never did because she was irrelevant to me. But like I told her, if you tell the truth, I won't, she's irrelevant. But stop lying. Stop lying. I never did anything to her. Oh, I stole the birthday party from her. That's what this was. Yeah. She said I stole a birthday party. That's how psycho she is, but I don't pay her no mind. And then I was listening to Terry Lynn's live the other day, and she said, she goes, I was going to go into Angel's chat, but Heidi's in my, what do you think I'm going to do in Angel's chat? You think I'm going to block you? That is Angel's chat. If you want to go in Angel's chat, that's your business. As long as you don't talk about me, I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, you can't beat her up through the chat.
Yes, what do you think I'm going to do? And then that time that she went to SoFlo, she went on SoFlo's panel, and she goes, and Heidi Black, and Heidi, and she's a mod for Angel Gotti. And here goes SoFlo. She's a mod for Angel Gotti. I said, yes, I am. Heidi Black, I'm a mod for Angel Gotti. Now what? What the hell?
Yeah, it's just...
She's running to SoFlo to tell on me. What the fuck?
Yeah, these people are just crazy.
Yep, fight with the men, Angel, because the women are vicious, and I'm here for it. Look, I'm here for it. Don't lie on me, and we'll be good. So that's just.
That is a little crazy, though. Do you think she really believed that somebody was following her, or just me?
Yes, she was. I'm telling you, I didn't know anything about this. Okay, someone called me and they said, Heidi, Jules is telling. I said, what? And then MRE, I went on a live. I annihilated her. I really did. I called her a bottom bitch. I said that, how is it that your pimp that's in prison broke up with you? And I said, because you're a whiny, needy. I went off on her. And then she goes to the police and try to get an RO on me because I told her I was going to. I said, when you see a Q50 pull up, that'll be me and I'm coming to your door.
What's an RO?
She was going to get a restraining order against me.
Oh, really? And how you live very far away, right?
I was in Texas at the time.
And this woman is in
Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's so, oh my God, yeah.
And I didn't know she was saying all of these things. And when it came to I said, what? I said, why am I following her?
Some people are crazy, or they'll just make things up for content. The Lahanza Tice, it was real, but Henry Hill was not involved with that's lies. Henry Hill just took them stories, or the government told them those stories. A lot of times when these informants tell on people, the government will fill them in and tell them all these things they don't know. So when they get on the stand and say things, the people believe them. The government has a big reason to help these informants and help them lie and tell stories. That's
I saw it.
Henry Hill's such a liar. He did not. He didn't think of that Lufthansa heist.
Didn't his wife leave him and go back to New York?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
Because I remember when they put him in witness protection, that was another thing. I remember hearing they put him in witness protection and she didn't want to be in witness protection and she left and went back. So I don't know how true that is.
That's possible. Yeah, that's very possible. I just don't know that part. I don't know that part of it, but I just do know that Henry, just like the rest of them, they all lie for books to make themselves look cool or dangerous. You remember, these people always wanted to be gangsters, or they wish they still were gangsters. In most cases, these people were not gangsters. They're just liars. But in some cases, like Gravano, they really were. But they just keep the lies going, make stuff up. They're real sick.
Yep. But I just, this kind of stuff. I laugh, I go in and I listen. Like, I'm a mod for you. I'm mod for Angel. I'm mod for NB. I'm mod for Maddie. I don't get involved with all of this stuff. All I do is I mod the chat. I don't sit there and say, oh yeah, you're right about this. So, whatever beefs or whatever is going around between you guys, I don't get involved in that. I stay very neutral. And I've said it, I like you, I like her, I like Matt. I don't get involved in that stuff. I like NB. So I just don't get involved because you never know the backstory behind anything. And she believed I was following her. And
really, so it wasn't a site.
It wasn't even a thought in my head. That's how bad it was.
Wow, because there's a lot of mentally ill people on here who probably think they're being followed. But you think she really thought it, or she just made it up?
I'm telling you, she told people she could not leave her house.
Wow.
She couldn't even order a pizza. She couldn't work. I think, first of all, when I first started hearing about it, and then I heard people were helping her pay her rent, I said, okay, she's scamming people. That was my belief.
Why couldn't she order a pizza? What about Elio's Pizza or something?
I don't know, because I guess I was going to be at the door to deliver shit. I don't know. I don't know.
Like you're stationed outside, like ridiculous.
So, it was a dirty black car too at that. Now, at the time, MRE is not even funny. At the time when I heard about it, I had just traded in my black BMW.
Did she know you had a black car? That's why she said that?
No. I never told her what kind of car I drove.
Wow, so she just guessed.
But a dirty black car. A dirty black car. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not going to be riding around dirty.
And why would you drive all them states away? It doesn't make any sense.
Nope, I hired somebody, MRE. I hired somebody. I had somebody. And it wasn't just in front of her house. It was in front of her parents' house, too. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
So now I'm stalking her parents. If I want her, why am I parked in front of her parents' house?
Yeah, what did the parents do?
Problem with her parents. My issue was your life. So I'm like, this shit was just crazy. And people was that I was like, and then I heard the clip. I was like, she's freaking serious. And that's when I completely went off on her. Hi, Colin.
I got to take off though, but
bye. It was nice having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. God bless you, and God bless everybody in the chat.
Bless you, and thank you for the history lesson. Bye.
Anytime. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, Colin. Yeah, so it's just, guys, I want to thank MRE for coming up because I was going to discuss all kind of other things, but I'm glad MRE came up and gave us that history lesson. I really, really am. I'm glad for the conversation. I'm glad I was able to ask him some questions that I wanted to know the answers to and to hear it from him. And I understand he's explained it before, but I wasn't around at that time. So I wanted to hear it for myself. And thank you guys for being here and sticking around and hanging out with them. And and I'm glad because a lot of things are being said. And unless you ask the person themselves, she said, damn, Dorit. No problem, Michelle. Damn, Dorit. But I'm serious. And, I went into Terry Lynn's a couple of nights ago. Well, no, it was yesterday morning, I guess. She was live, but I didn't. So I started listening later during the day. And what I had an issue with, not an issue with Terry Lynn, but every time I go in and I hear what she was saying, it pisses me off. So I can't hear that because my name is all in her mouth for no reason. But like I told her, if she stops, I'll stop. Recently, she had my name in her mouth. 2 days ago, I stop it. I don't care about you. You're irrelevant. You are irrelevant. I'm going to start calling you the old lady in the shoe. And then when I heard that she stepped in cat vomit and turned off the lights because she was getting a delivery for food and she didn't want to tip the people, she turned off the lights, didn't clean up the cat vomit. And you turning off the lights because you don't want to tip somebody who's delivering your damn groceries. Girl, you need to stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get a life. Do something. But I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. I am going to. That was great, Heidi. Tonight I'm going to tell everyone who has questions about MRE to come here and watch. Thank you, Angel. When he asked, can he come on panel to explain to me about Nickerson, and that was my only opportunity to ask him the questions that's been floating around. And I wanted to know for myself. And when I heard Chunky's video, I was in someone else's chat and I typed in the chat, I said, Angel never called MRE a racist. You don't like his stance on gay people. You don't like what he had to say about Jewish people. That is totally different from calling that man a racist. So Chunky, you really need to correct that video. Heidi, a lady in spirit here want what you asking for and going to take help. You know who this. Wait a minute, Colin. I don't understand what you're saying. There's a lady here in spirit. At Heidi, a lady in spirit. Here's what you're asking for and going to help you. You know who this. Oh my God. Colin, you scare the hell out of me. He needs to correct that because that's not what you said. And when I heard the video, and then I saw, the clips that he put there, and I asked in the chat, I said, where is this video at? Because I want to see it. They said it's on Chunky's. So I went to Chunky's and I wanted to see, the link to the video he was showing with MRE because I wanted to go look and get the full context for myself. And when I heard the last part of it, and now that all of this is coming out and Angel Gotti finally says that MRE is a racist, I said, wait, she never said that. She never said that. And that definitely needs to be corrected because you never said that. But I didn't know you were here, Angel. And I know you tell me that you listen to me while you're having your coffee and cleaning and cooking. But normally you'll say hi in the chat. It's your proof, Heidi. She always sends all her. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Colin, I had a reading from Nikki not too long ago, and she's telling me the same thing that you're telling me. Colin, thank you for that. Oh, you've been feeding your cats. I hope you cleaned up any vomit there was. But yeah, he needs to correct that because when you lie on somebody's name, it's not a good thing. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I was really into what MRE was saying. I'm sorry. And like I tell everybody, if you want to know something, ask the person. Just ask them. Because I'm not going to have anybody tell me what I should and should not believe. Okay. When I go into MRE's chats, yeah, he says things sometimes I went, oh shit. But that's just him, and he does it. We all do it. But I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, he's this, he's that. No, show me the damn proof. Don't tell me shit. Show it to me. So, Colin, the thing you told me about my family the other, oh, my God. No vibe. Y'all are crazy. I love you guys. I really, really do. Today I need to call because I'm going to take Kayla and her friends to the pumpkin patch. There's live entertainment there. Going to hang out because I was really, really sick. I was actually sick this past week. And I didn't get to do anything really for her birthday, but I got her flowers and I got her a balloon. And she really loves the flowers that I got for her. Because I'm trying to think, what do you get for a 15-year-old girl who gets every damn thing? I said, I'm going to give my baby her flowers. And I bought her a beautiful bouquet of flowers and they're still blooming. So she was so happy when she walked in her room. And when she leaves me, I'm going to cry my eyes out. But she's going to be back. She's going back to her dad and her brothers. Her dad is coming back. He's going to England, so she gets to go to England. She couldn't be in South Korea when he was stationed there because it was a hardship to her. But she's going to be with her dad. So I know she's going to be in great hands. Of course, he's my son. Flowers and a manicure. She doesn't like, I've taken her with me to get her nails done a couple of times, but she likes to do them herself. And I really don't like the way they try to, because her nail beds are still, and she doesn't get any kind of gel polish or anything. She just uses regular polish, but she has beautiful long fingernails like her grandmother. But she will be leaving me, and I know that day is coming sooner than what I want, but she's going to be back with her dad. So that's the day that I'm going to cry my eyes out. So when I come on YouTube and I'm crying my eyes out, it's not because anybody did anything to me. It's just the fact that my granddaughter has left me. But anyway, I love you guys. You guys have, I'll show now. Oh, no, you're fine, Colin. You guys have a great Saturday. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being respectful to MRE while he was on panel. I didn't see anybody saying anything negative to him, and I really want to thank you for that. Wait a minute. Heidi, she says you need to let certain things go. Yes, she's right. She's right, and I know exactly. Yes, and like I said, I was trying, Colin. I really am. I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. I really am. But it's hard when you keep hearing lies with your name attached to it. But you're right. And you let her know she's absolutely right. I have to let things go. And I'm working on it, because it would have been a really bad bashing session this morning. But I'm working on it. I really am. So thank you, guys. Have a great, great, great day. Angel's going to do a live tonight, guys. If you didn't drop Angel's channel in the chat, please do so. If you want to talk about history, you want to learn more, please go see MRE, because he really has a lot of knowledge on different subjects, and that's what I like. That's what I enjoy listening to when I go and I listen to MRE. So you guys have a great, great Saturday, and I will see you. Love and light, everyone. Oh, take care. You too, Colin. Have a great day, everybody. To my mods, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Being 52, I didn't do a bashing session. I was being good. I did not do a bashing session. I promised my son I was going to be good. He told me it wasn't worth my time or my energy, and I shouldn't lower myself to other people's standards. So I am being good. Yes. I may pop in Angels if you can drop a link. Let me get Angel's chat real. Hold on. Let me get Angel's channel real quick for you. Let me get Miss Gotti's channel for you. And I dropped Angel's, I dropped her Patreon too. And that's where you'll find that she does a lot of talk, and she talks about her father, and she talks about growing up with her sister and her brother. So if you guys want to just go over and check her out. And I love when she and Marla and Angela, they're on panel. I love the way they, the banter between them. It's great. So let me drop Angel's chat for you. Yeah, so they have really good banter. So I really like to hear them on panel. I really do. But guys, Jezebel, hi, sweetie. Karma is a bitch. Glad to see you. I'm out of here, and I will talk to, well, I'll see you in another chat, probably sometime later on today. But for everybody, have a great Saturday. Be careful crossing these YouTube streets. Bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight.
That's my son, guys.
If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of
I
my
love you
head.
too,
I'm
baby.
seeing, take me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs
Love
I'm
you,
weaving.
love
I
you,
could
love
take
you, love
this
you.
crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood, and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart, or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in endless ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.